Hey everyone, and welcome back to Farm Girl in Progress. I am Nadine, and today we are going to be working on a new feeding bucket style for my chickens. Right now they're using a 5-gallon bucket, which I'm going to continue to use, but I'm just going to change the way that they can access the food. Let me show you what they're using right now, and then I'll show you what I plan on using in the future very soon. This is the feeder that they're currently using that we made out of a 5-gallon bucket. It has an easy open lid, so it's easy to get into. And then these are just, I do believe, either 3 or 4 inch PVC elbows. So if we open it up, you can see that I have 3 elbows in here, and they're about an inch off the bottom. So they just stick their heads in here and get the food out without spilling it all over the ground, which saves me a ton of food. Hi, Toffee. Hi. Yeah, you're talkative, aren't you? Gotta get your 2 cents in. Anyway, so using this feeder has really saved me a lot on food because the chickens can't scratch it out of the bin, they can't peck it out of the bin. Anything that they do fling around when they're eating, it goes right back into the bucket. So it saves me a ton on food. The only problem that I'm having with this bucket is the rats. We have I'm honestly not sure how big it is, but we have a family of rats currently living underneath the chicken coop, and this style of feeder is an all-you-can-eat buffet all day long, not only for my chickens, but for the rats too. So this new style of feeder bucket will still be using the 5-gallon bucket. However, we're going to be lifting the 5-gallon bucket up off of the ground. We're going to be getting rid of the PVC elbow piping and be using a different method where the chickens actually have to work a little bit to get their food, but the rats can't get to it. First and foremost, I can't take credit for this idea. I did find it on YouTube, and I'm just tweaking it a little bit for my personal flock. I have, like I said, 32 chickens, and the way that the original DIY video showed it was just a little bit different than the way I'm doing it. So, but just wanted to let you guys know this was not my idea, this was somebody else's, and I'm just tweaking it a little bit for my own needs. Okay, so the idea with this bucket is I'm still using the 5-gallon bucket, but what I'm going to be doing is drilling 3 holes in the bottom of the bucket, and then in each hole I'm going to be putting one of these. I do believe it's called an eye bolt, and the eye part of the bolt is going to be in the bucket. So here's the bottom of your bucket, and the bolt's going to be in here like this. And I'm going to set up on this bolt a series of nuts, washers, and a little piece of PVC. So what I'm doing is, we'll show you here. I didn't need to take that off yet. So we're gonna roll this up. Then we're gonna put a washer down on the bolt. Or not. These may be too small. Alrighty guys, so I have a small technical detail here that we're going to correct, and I'm going to show you how. So when we bought the washers, we failed to check and see if they would actually fit over the bolt, which they do not. And instead of running all the way to the store to return these and get new ones, we're just going to make them work. So you're going to need a 1/4-inch drill bit, a drill, some vice grips. I think this is what this is called. I have no idea what this tool is. If anybody knows, leave a comment below because I have no idea what these are called. Anyway, they will grab onto anything, and you can adjust how tight it grabs onto it, but when you squeeze it, it holds it, and it's like an extra set of hands for you guys when you're using tools. So what I'm going to do is just make this hole bigger with the 1/4-inch drill bit. Like so. And now the bolt fits through. Easy peasy. Just don't touch it because it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of these washers really quick, and then we'll get back to assembling the chicken feeders. Okay, so now that we solved that problem, we can move on to the actual project itself. Okay, so what we want to do is take your bolt and unscrew the nut out of the washer. And then we just got these 1-inch pieces of PVC. Slide it over like so. Add another washer. And another bolt. So you have something that looks like this. And basically the idea is this is in the bucket, this part here is inside the bucket, and the hole is just big enough to let the grain fall out every time a chicken pecks at this little bottom bit here. And so the chickens have to work a little bit for their food, but the rats aren't getting an all-you-can-eat buffet. So let's go ahead and get some holes in the bucket and show you this in action. So I think I'm going to start off with a 3/8 drill bit. This is a 1/4 inch eye bolt. So I think this is going to work and allow the food to pass by it. If not, I'll bump it up to a 1/2 inch drill bit and we'll see how that goes. Right now I'm using crumbles for my chicken feed because I have babies in with my layers and I can't give them all layer feeds, so they're all using a chick starter with a calcium supplement for the big girls. So I think this is going to work well for the crumbles, but I may have to upgrade it later to allow for the pellets to pass through, but we'll tackle that on another day. For today, we're just going to start with a 3/8 drill bit and go from there. There you have it. So basically the idea is that when they peck at it, it drops enough food for them to be able to eat, but without the rats having any food. Here's a closer look at kind of what's going on the bottom here. So there's just enough room at the top that it'll let some pellets pass, or some crumbles pass. So that's bin 1. I have 2 more to go. Alrighty guys, so my 3 feeders are done. I finished putting them all together. I think I may eventually add a 4th to this, just depending on how active my chickens are at each bucket, because I don't want any fighting going on over breakfast time. But yeah, that is pretty much how you put it all together. I'm going to be hanging these in the chicken run off of a 4x4 post and some hooks, I think. I'm going to consult my husband and see what he thinks would be the best way to go about securing these in the run. I am just using the easy lids again because I don't like dealing with the original 5-gallon bucket lids. They hurt my hands, so the easy open lids is what I went with for these. And yeah, I'm hoping it works. I will show you guys in another video how I set these up in my run, how they're working with my chickens. It should be like a day or 2 after this video because we're going on a trip and we want to make sure that they have enough food to get through the couple days that we're going to be gone. So I will be making a video very shortly on that, so be sure to keep an eye out for it. But yeah, that is how you make a rat-proof, mouse-proof, chipmunk-proof, squirrel-proof, rodent-proof chicken feeder out of a 5-gallon bucket. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about how I put this together, what I used, any of that, please leave a question down below and I will answer you as best I can. And again, thanks so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.